If you're looking for drama, secrets, and more secrets, then All American Season 3, Episode 2, How to Survive in South Central, got everything you need. And we're going to talk about it here, all right? Let's go. What up, everybody? It's your boy K-Ray06 here on K-RayTV, and we are back for another All-American Season 3 review. This time around, I'm not going to do a full recap of the episode, but I'm gonna hit on plot points, different areas of the show that stood out, and of course we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the downright disrespectful. All right. Before we do that, though, y'all already know what to do. You guessed it. Run them likes up as it helps the channel. If you're not a part of the Dream Squad and you want to become a part of this family as we build this thing brick by brick, then go ahead and show some love by hitting that sub, hit that noti bell, become part of the noti game. Click all and share like you care. Simple steps, really. Simple steps. All right, so last episode we ended off with Spencer asking Olivia, are they going to talk about what happened during summer? We all speculating. I had the comment section, people saying, nah, they didn't hook up during summer. Then I had other people saying, yes, I agree with you, K-Ray. They did hook up during the summer, and, they trying to avoid it and whatnot. So we're still left off on that, and trust me, it is not answered here. In this episode, How to Survive in South Central, we just get more secrets upon more secrets upon more secrets. And of course, drama. What would All American be without the drama? All right. The episode starts off with Layla and Spencer in the bed. They over there cuddling and all booed up and whatnot. And I bet everybody out there that saw Layla and Spencer happy, they yeah, like Daniel Bryan and WWE over there. Yes, yes, yes. Just shipping and y'all just going crazy. Stop it. Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. We too early in the season for y'all to be celebrating this win, all right? Trust me. I don't see them happening in the long run, but that's neither here or there. So anyway, they are cuddled up in the bed. This is how they set off the episode with those two. Spencer saying, he trying to get her back in the bed and saying like, don't sneak out. Like Layla worried about Grace hearing her. And he like, yo, she like a ninja. Trust me. If she would have heard us and I snuck up in here, you wouldn't have been able to stop it. You wouldn't have been able to stop it. That's kind of like, my grandma was the ninja of the family. You know what I'm saying? She could always sneak up on you. And I'm army trained. So I get it, Spencer. I get it. So anywho, after he pulled him back in the bed, it jumps towards Crenshaw. And Spencer is now getting the hero's welcome back. Or so he thinks, right? He walks in. You got his ex on the intercom. Welcome back, Spencer, and and all that good stuff. And then he goes sit down. She can welcome back Coach Baker, and she like, yeah, they gonna go to championship. And then here we get Darnell. We haven't seen him in quite a while. Darnell's like, yeah, the Hayes and James connection ain't nothing better than that. And then you got Chris with the afro. Now let's talk about that real quick. Because if y'all see my last review, I did get on my boy Chris about that afro that need to go and them prison braids that they tried to give him last time. This time I see y'all edged him up on the afro. He got little curls up in it. Y'all tried to clean it up. I don't know if y'all heard me for my last review, but y'all like, yo, we got to do something with it if you want to keep the fro. Make it look presentable. So it looks better on this episode. So Chris, don't worry. I'm not going to get on you this episode, least about your hair. But I'm going to talk to you. But that's going to be a little bit later. What I am going to talk about is here. Chris goes out and say, they're going to go, it's a different year. They're going to go to the championship and everything. And then we got our first new character of the football team, Frostno. I call him light skin swollenness. If this guy looks familiar to you, you probably seen him before. Think way back yonder. Yes, My Wife and Kids. He was the short brainiac with the curly hair with the locks. This is him now. The boy that been pumping some iron, you know what I'm saying? Got a little swole chest sticking all out, you know what I'm saying? Guns over here. So we got light-skinned swollenness in All-American. So he has a problem with Spencer getting the hero welcome. He's like, I ain't falling in line on that. And he lets Chris know, yo, like, why you celebrating? Was he the reason that y'all lost? And, you know, Chris saying, like, nah, Beverly was the better team. That's why we lost. And then he retorts that with, like, yo, he almost ended your career. Like, the only reason Spencer is here is to fix what he broke. And he better fix it. And I'm like, boy, shut up. Shut your mouth. You ain't even proving yourself yet. You shut your mouth, all right? All right? I don't know if I'm going to like him or dislike him, but they already setting him up as, you know, he's going to be that, I'm going to call him the Asher. The season 1 Asher. He going to be the season 1 Asher to Spencer this season. I don't know if it's going to be the entire season, but at least a few episodes, he's going to be that guy. And we all know that guy. He's going to be that guy. On the flip side, way over yonder to Beverly, we got Liv and Asher walking in. Now, I want to point out, I feel like this episode had a lot of symmetry in the episode. Like, I feel like Beverly and Crenshaw was walking on the same line or moving at the same pace. Started off the episode with Spencer and Layla. Then they go to school and whatnot. Spencer's back at Crenshaw and whatnot. And then we got Liv and Asher. And then they're at Beverly, right? So they're walking in all hand to hand. And Layla comes up with a new girl, the new coach's daughter, because Billy left and went to Crenshaw, so they had to get a replacement coach, their coach's child. So in walks in the new girl, Vanessa. And I knew just then, like, in this show, you don't just introduce new characters and they just be regular characters. No, she's tied to someone and we got to figure out who she's tied to. That doesn't happen until like little bit middle of the episode, but Vanessa comes in and after Layla introduces her, Liv does this weird face and says, what are you doing here? Like, and literally blows her off, like, sorry, I got to go to class, and blows her off. So here we like, okay, something's up. Again, Olivia knows something and not saying something. She going back to season 1, Liv. Like, come on, girl. Like, come on. Following that scene, we jump over there to the new head coach, played by Alexandra Barreto. And yes, if you hear the name right, the new coach is a woman. And JJ is already thinking of some extracurricular activities to do with her. He automatically be like, yo, the new coach is hot and whatnot. But this new coach is just not some pushover. She is very hardcore. She worked hard to get to her position, and she doesn't play no games. And immediately, she starts, like, making changes. Like, like she's like, yo, what position did you play? What position you play? Nah, have you ever played this position? I'm going to move you up. And she asked JJ about quarterback, and JJ was like, yeah, I played it, I think, in high school. And then Jordan, feeling some type of way, saying, like, he's QB1. She was like, okay, like, and, and, like, what does that matter? Like, I'm putting the best people on a position. So if you're the best, then you'll get it. If not, then you won't. And I can dig that. I, as playing sports in high school and whatnot, I got it. Like, I had to earn my spot on the track and field. Like, I don't just get anchor. I don't just get classified fastest or whatnot. Like, I have to go out there and earn it if I want to be on a relay team and all that good stuff. So no matter like what position I played last year, the next year I had to earn it. So I like that. That was real dope. Back at Crenshaw, we got Billy Baker, who giving his coaches welcome, his new coaches welcome. And just like we had here where the new coach was making changes, Billy was kind of making changes in the attitude department. Like, he was kind of like working them like he worked the players at Beverly. Like talking to them how he talked to the players at Beverly. Tried to start off with jokes, didn't get no laughs, and then you got, Light Bright over there, light skin swollenness, keep calling him, Beverly instead of calling him Coach Baker, which he finds that very disrespectful, and yet it still continues. And it gets to a point where, Billy is like, all right, and he wanted them to go ahead and do some exercises, hit them suicide snaps. And they not feeling that at all. Might I add, the team is smaller because the interim principal, our soap opera villain, he raised the GPA for sports. So a lot of people weren't there because their GPA wasn't there. So you already got a disgruntled team coming in here. They got half the players, and then you got a coach who is from their neighborhood, but went to Beverly. Then it just lost to Beverly. Now he came back to Beverly. And, you got to earn respect when you do that type of stuff. People don't just respect you because of your accolades. Like, they're like, you left. You ain't from here. And Spencer tried to give that advice to Coach, but he was so headstrong in that moment, having it his way. It was like, nope, I'm going to do it my way, even though he could be pushing the players away. So like I said in the beginning, symmetry. We got Beverly, Crenshaw, new coach, making changes. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about, how everything aligns up. They pretty much did that throughout the entire episode. All right, but back at Crenshaw, we have Chris and Darnell over there fighting in the hallway about the QB1 spot. Again, parallels. Jordan now and JJ are going heads up for the QB1 spot. So, straight down here to Crenshaw, South Central, we got Chris and Darnell arguing about the QB1 spot. Darnell feels like, he's the better player. He should have the spot. And Chris feels like, this is my team, my town. I was the QB. I should have the spot. And Spencer is caught right smack in the middle. I don't understand. Like, some of this drama is unnecessary, but we're going to continue. I'm going to give you the thoughts on that later. We're going to continue. One part that was funny that I already knew was happening, Coop finally got her check from her tour and whatnot, and she happy to get her first check for going out on tour and selling out all her venues. Patience over there recording, and I want to shout out, I think it's Chelsea Tavares. Want to shout you out because I noticed that her, if you look at her scenes, like it looks like she's gained weight, but it is true, and it's only true because she's pregnant. So shout out to you. I wish that you have a easy birth, a safe birth, and a healthy baby. So shout out to you. Just want to throw that out there. I can tell, and you still look beautiful as ever. All right. But yeah, this scene was funny because she's recording Coop opening up her little stuff, just getting ready, and then she look at it, and you can see all her morale just drop. And Patience like, should I still be recording? Like, should I be recording? I already knew what was going to happen. Like, you have to understand the music business to even understand. Like, the scene told it all. I'm like, yeah, you looking at it and you like, you 50 Cent. Like, wait a minute. It's supposed to be like 4 more zeros on here. What's going on? So eventually, and again, I'm going to jump around a little bit, but eventually Coop ends up running into Layla and questioning her about her money because obviously she felt shorted. And Layla had to explain to her, like, with all the expenses, hotel fees, and etc., like, I actually lost money. I didn't make no money on this. And Coop is not hearing it. When it comes to your money, everything out just thrown out the window. Coop is not hearing it at all. And it was like, run me my paper. And she throws out a remark. She said, screwing artists must run in the family. And she was like, you think I stole money from you? Like, what do you mean by that? And she said, talk to Patience. Ask her why she left the tour. So just from that, we learned that some time has passed because Patience obviously told Coop what happened. And as an audience, we are the only ones that are still outside of the know. But don't worry, they did answer it in the first episode, so you ain't gotta wait. I told you how fast they move, and they are moving in this episode. Backtracking at Beverly, because I don't want to forget this part. Vanessa runs up on Asher, and Asher's jaw just drops. It just drops. Like, what are you doing here? Same thing kind of like Liv did. But this scene showed us that they know each other. They have something going on. And I'm like, once again, I'm like, Asher, my boy, you just can't get right, can you? You just can't get right. And she basically, like, she's saying, hopefully we can talk. And then she walks off and leaves him speechless. He again just looking all crazy. And she doubles back, get a little double back. So that lets me know, yeah, y'all, you say she's just a friend. And you say she just a, oh, baby, you. Like, we know y'all was doing something. She ain't doubling back for nothing. Like, come on. But we jumped forward to Spencer, and we got Grace. Grace got a new haircut. I see you, Grace. I see you, Mama Grace, looking all good. Yeah. I see you. They're at appointment for Spencer's arm, and the specialist comes in and tells Spencer his arm and everything is amazing. He healed. He ain't got no damage. He's good to go. But he lets him he lets him know that stress could be the factor as to why his arm is kind of like numbing out on him. And he asks him, has he got any stress in his life? And of course, Spencer lying, as always. Oh, no, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. Like, boy, you ain't fine. You is not fine. You stressing over your secret boo Liv. Yes, I'm calling it. Your secret boo Liv. You got relations with Layla. You back in Crenshaw. You didn't get the Hollywood welcome homecoming that you wanted, that you thought you deserved. Coach Baker ain't listening to you. Coach Baker ain't listening to you. There's secrets all around you. Darnell and Chris over there fighting over spots where they can just work it out on the field and whoever get it. Like, come on. You're stressed, my guy. You got too much over here. You ain't Atlas. You can't hold it up by yourself. You're stressed and it's affecting your arm. And I know you're mentally stressed because you don't know how your arm is going to do in the game. And I know as a fella, I know as a guy, if we get it, if it's up here, if something is bothering us up here, like how we're going to perform in something, if you come back from an injury or anything, it wears on you until you know. Like you'll be like, bro, like, I haven't jumped hurdles in a long time, or I haven't ran a 4x1, or I ain't did a mile. You don't, it stresses you out until you know, trust me. So I guarantee next episode or so, we're going to get Spencer constantly saying like, yo, like how, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to perform. What if my arm go out type of stuff? Because that's how we are. And we'll keep it internalized. And it really does affect the body. Just giving y'all a message. Stress do kill. Again, back on the field, we learned some good old things about Crenshaw High. The interim, my soap opera villain, and the interim principal has cut the funding for the sports team. So for the football team, he has cut the funding and placed them in other departments. Now, if you want to play sports, you have to pay to play. So on top of raising the GPA, now you got to pay out your own pocket for uniforms, travel, all that extra stuff. And then you don't even respect the coach, nor you respect the person that beat you or helped beat you the last year. You got all this and you expect for a functioning team? Well, I guess Billy thought that because they hit the field and Billy was telling them, this field is important. We should we should take care of this field, and he wanted them to help clean it up. But then we had Lightbright, Mr. Lightbright. He was like, nah, B. So Swolen's got a problem with everything going on. He's questioning Billy at every turn. And Billy was basically comes to him and say, yo, if you got a problem how I teach or how I coach, leave. And he says, yo, I ain't gonna get, like, I'm not paying to get yelled at. So Swoleness, he leaves and takes a few people with him. Spencer comes back and lets Coach Baker know that his arm is A-OK. And we left with some chaos and a little few players. Like, it's not looking easy this season for Beverly. I mean, for Crenshaw. It's not looking easy for Crenshaw right now. They got an uphill battle to become actually functioning team. Like, they got to become a team first and then become good players. Like, whoo, we gonna spend a lot of time in Crenshaw, y'all. We gonna spend a lot of time in Crenshaw. Now, Asher, my boy, Asher. Again, can't get right. So we jump to a scene with Asher in the gym. You know what I'm saying? He getting this pull-up song. And here comes Vanessa. She's looking for her mom. Her mom is the coach. And Asher got his shirt all off. You know what I'm saying? Got the little baby sweat on. And he turns around. And I'm thinking, right, when he got off, because, you know, you're supposed to be in a relationship with your girl, Olivia. He goes and grabs a towel. And I'm thinking he grabbing a towel or a shirt to wrap up. No, this man wipe off the non-perspiration. He wipes off the non-sweat he got on his face and then just start talking to her, all nipples out and everything. Just bare chest meat, all out, just talking to her. I'm sorry about earlier. Got caught by surprise. I thought I'd never see you again. And she, oh, I can get that. By the way, you know, get y'all hit the floor. Like, I guess we didn't cover high school. He was like, no, I was in a beach in Mexico, and, you know, I was running away from high school. And she was like, oh, you needed a reset button. Then I met you. Like, bro, you doing too much. You already doing too much, my guy. You already doing too much. Then she said, oh, I think I met your girlfriend, Liv. Did you guys talk? Like, like, bruh, you still ain't got a shirt on, my guy. You still ain't got a shirt on. And then she goes and saying, like, talks about, like, you know, the guy I met in Mexico was cool, calm, all is funny. The guy I met here, and he was like, oh, I'm still funny. I'm just not as tan. And she said that she's not going to mention anything to Olivia, even though Olivia did act weird, even though she don't know if that's how she act daily. And, yeah. Exit scene left. And one thing I want to kudos her because her eyes didn't drop. Like, she managed to just keep looking at him in his eyes. She didn't look at the bare nips. Nothing. Like nothing. I think she might got a glance when she turned her head to walk away. But when she was talking to him, she kept eye contact. And that boy kept his shirt off. Like, come on, Asher. Come on, my guy. You just... Yeah, he can't get right, man. He can't get right, y'all. Anywho, I want to talk about a scene that I say is a good part of the show. It's a good part of the show at the Baker's house when Jordan comes in and he's questioning his ability as the QB. He's questioning his position as the QB. And in comes Father of the Year, Mr. Billy Baker. And he was like, yo, well, I'm getting all these panic text messages and whatnot. And he tells her, you know, the new coach making changes, got him and JJ going heads up. And he like, JJ, the one that got his hand stuck in the vending machine? He was like, yeah, he was good as quarterback playing in high school. So who knows? And Billy basically gave him the pep talk he needed, like saying, like, you're a great player. He has to be reminded he's a great player. And he was like, you only picked me because I'm your son. And he had to let him know, like, yo, if Joe Schmo was my son, like, you think he would have been playing QB? Like, no. Like, I picked you because you're the best player. You need to believe you're the best player, and then you need to go out there and show them that you're the best player for the position. I love that. I love that. And we're going to get another symmetry moment, but I love that that Billy came through. They're not like clashing, even though he's out the house and he's pushing them. They're coming along. They're coming along. So, jumping from the Bakers, let's jump back to Crenshaw, y'all. And here go the symmetry. Now, Spencer getting the pep talk by his mom, by Grace, because she know he's stressing, even though he try to say he fine. And he just lay it out on her like, coming back with his arm, the football, he feel like everything on his shoulder. And then he has Chris and Darnell going heads up for the QB1 spot, and he's in the middle. And he don't want to choose, even though he's going to probably have to choose. And he was saying, like, he gave props to both of them, saying Darnell, he's a great player. He can get them where they need to go. But then, Chris is his boy, and they've been together for a long time. And, he's a great player too. So how do you decide? And then we got Darnell just creeping, boy. Just creeping. Like, why are you outside, my guy? Like, just creeping in the doorway. And he feels slighted because, he giving props to Chris and whatnot. He's saying, like, ain't no way Chris should be getting this position again. And he was like, basically giving Spencer an ultimatum to pick, and Spencer didn't say anything. And he took that as, that's his answer. And now he mad and whatnot. So this is like why this episode makes my downright disrespectful. I feel like the characters in this episode, they act like they didn't spend the last 2 seasons together. I know the world is shut down from the COVID and everything, and they had to postpone because they were supposed to come back in October, and we in January now. But I feel like they forgot they forgot they was cool in the COVID break. Like I feel like they knew people meeting each other. Like Darnell and Spencer had a traumatic experience when Spencer's father passed, and they really bonded and became brothers where he was supposed to be living with them. And he was living with them during the time being and whatnot. They went to the colleges, they both committed, they had a brotherhood. Yet, why are you acting all crazy? Because he can't decide. He can't decide between you as his brother and Chris as his brother. Like, come on. Coop, for example, getting in Layla's neck, I get it. Your money jacked up, I get it. But that's still your girl. She's the one that signed you. She's the one put together the event, and she's the one that got you out there. Yet, soon your check got crazy. You forgot everything and was just like at her neck. Like, come on. And then they trying to pit Jordan and JJ against each other for the QB. Like, he like, what, you think I ain't good enough? Like, like, come on, man. Y'all boys, like, cut it out. Y'all family. Y'all past the get mad stage. Y'all had that on season 1. Y'all, that season 1 and season 2, nah, y'all ain't doing that in season 3, all right? Find some new drama that makes sense. Find some drama. Disrespectful. Layla actually goes and talks to Patience, which Patience is annoyed that Coop even said anything, and we're getting closer to finding out what the secret is. Now, Patience says that because she signed an NDA, she can't say nothing, and Layla's like, write it out, blinking in the Morse code, whatever. Tell me, if my dad slighted you, I need to know. And she said, have you heard of JP's new artist? Well, listen to her track. Later on, her and Spencer listened to that track, and they confirmed that the artist is singing Patience's song. So whatever song Patience wrote, because she didn't really like the song she was performing, so she wrote songs, I guess they took those songs and gave it to another artist for them to sing. Patience felt some type of way. They made her sign an NDA, and she left the tour early. Now, my last review, I said I thought it was a little handsy stuff that was going on, because he did say that Patience's voice sounded like his wife's. Like, he ain't heard pipes like that since his wife. So I thought he got a little handsy, but I guess he got handsy in a different way. So I was wrong, a different way. So I was wrong on that part. But it seems like he's jacking music from her, and I guess she's not getting credited or anything for someone else singing her lyrics. So that is straight up disrespectful. But Layla went to fix that. She went to fix that. she ended up talking to Spencer and saying like, how do you deal with Coop? Cause when Coop mad, you know what I'm saying, she crazy. And he was like, yo, I meet Coop with the same ferocity, you know, that she bring in with the same energy. I matched the energy and I hit it straight on. So Layla did a pull-up move. She had caught Patience and Coop sipping on a little tea. She pulled up and basically let her know, like, I don't appreciate you accusing me of stealing money. Like, you need to do your research. You need to learn the ins and outs of music, and you will know why your check was that small. And then she was like, bro, you need to put out an album. You need to get to work. She started laying it on her. And if you don't want to work with me and you feel this type of way, bounce. And then, you know, Coop was like, well, there's a bad chick I knew before. I'm like, nah, Coop, you was wrong. Cut that out. Like, cut that out. You need to apologize. For real, you need to apologize. And Layla also talked to Patient and saying like, hey, sign with me. And she's like, yo, I'm still under your dad. And she's like, I'll take care of your dad. Sign with me. So I guess all was made right in that world. Layla pressed Coop, and then she tried to sign both, or try to get Patience under her as well. Layla trying to set up a shop with artists. And it could be a good and bad thing depending on how her dad takes things. So we'll see there. That's for future episodes if they ever go that route. Later on, Billy addressed it, and he actually picked Chris to be QB1. Darnell felt some type of way because he felt like Spencer should have spoken on his behalf. And then Chris was all happy because he's like, yo, I got my spot. You had something to do with this, huh, Spencer? And Spencer let him know, I just want to be honest with you. I told him to pick Darnell. And because of that honesty, Chris old dusty self got mad. And he basically starts saying like, yo, I told you to speak to the coach, and you picked another person. Like, you shouldn't have said nothing at all. And then he recalls back to what Lightbright said, like, maybe he was right about you the whole time. And then like mobs off and whatnot. And I was so over it. I was like, yo, bro, Chris, like, keep walking. Like, just keep walking. Walk out the scene. Just keep going. Walk 1,000 miles and more, and just go. Just exit. Like, bro. I thought this was your brother. In the early episode, you over there, yeah, we got a new pick. You taking up for Spencer. Now, because he honest with you, because you said something, you feel slighted. You got your spot, my guy. You got your spot. And here I'm like, I wish they would have just did the heads up, just like with Jordan and JJ. I want to talk about that because over there in Beverly, they made them go head up. Everybody out there. Nobody was exempt. Even the QBs getting tackled. Like, and the coach is just basically marking off everything. So at the end of the day, when they came in, it was a whiteboard and they had who got the positions, and Jordan kept his spot. So Jordan is happy. He like, man, I got it. He all relieved. And JJ comes over there and he like, dang, you got it. And you think it's gonna be a little drama, but he like, hey, he happy. You're like, bro, you were whooping my butt out there. And I like that. He wasn't mad about it. They went heads up, he lost, and you're like, cool. That's the same thing I thought they were gonna do. That's the only symmetry that didn't happen in this episode. I thought they were gonna do that with Crenshaw. Like, let Darnell and let Chris go at it. Chris, you haven't played since you were injured. Why do you think you should just get the spot? And if you asking why, because I didn't answer it, the coach went against Spencer's choice of picking Darnell because he felt like Chris was a part of the team. Chris has been there. He was a staple. He was the glue for the Crenshaw guys. And he didn't want to flip their world upside down even more in a day. So he went with that. But he did say, you know, it's a long season, so things might change. And I agree with that somewhat, but I think they should have did a headbanger. I think they should have did a headbanger to knock it out. The episode pretty much ended with Spencer and Coach on the field, and he was getting Spencer to help him out because nobody showed up. And then eventually the team came out there, and we are ushered out with the melody or the words of, yeah, we all have a human heart. So that serenades us and ends the episode. Now, I know I didn't hit on every single thing, but again, I didn't want to go like a full recap, but I want to talk about certain parts. I didn't mention that Layla and Olivia did meet up and for some tea, and Spencer came over there and kissed Layla and whatnot. I got me mad. I'm like, why are you here, my guy? Why are you here? Go on somewhere. You couldn't wait till they get through talking before you came over there trying to kiss somebody, then look and live. Like, like, come on, my guy. You and Asher, bruh. You and Asher. But Layla picked up quickly, like, yo, what's up going on with you today? First with the chick Vanessa, now with you and Spencer, like, come clean. And Olivia let her know that, hey, I didn't come to Vegas that time because I actually flew out to Mexico. I went there to surprise Asher, but when I got there, Asher was with Vanessa on the beach. So that's why she asked her, like, what are you doing here? Because she's seen Asher with her on the beach. She didn't say if they were doing anything but what they showed in the scene when he just ran out into the water and grabbed her and whatnot. So we don't know if they did anything past that, just from that scene. But of course, in Olivia fashion, she didn't let him know she was there. She left and she wanted to keep that a secret. I'm like, Olivia, man, grow a backbone. You done been through too much to go back to season 1, Olivia. Like, come on, man. We in the 3rd season. Grow up. But I wanted to say that. I wanted to throw that out there because I forgot it when I was going through it initially. So that was my recap review of episode 2 of All American season 3. Let me know how y'all felt about tonight's episode. I know I am a few days late. Been crazy with IRL, doctor's appointments, all that stuff that y'all don't even care about, but it's been crazy. So it took me a while to actually sit down and get this uploaded. But again, let me know what y'all think of the episode. Y'all got any theories? Tell me the good, your goods, bad, and downright disrespects of this episode. All in the comments below. And what do you think is going to happen in the next episode? Like, I really feel like they about to put Vanessa in Asher's ear, and we about to start putting pressure on Olivia. So we'll see. We'll see. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and run them likes up. If you want to be a part of the Dream Squad, show some love by hitting that sub, click that noti bell, hit all, and share the video like you care. And we'll see you in the next episode. As they come on every Monday, y'all, on CW. So I'm going to try to have my nights clear so the next day I can work on it and try to get it out by Tuesday. But most likely they'll be coming out on Wednesdays. All right? So let me know again in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one. All right? We out. Peace. You just come running by.